Hey guys, I am so excited. So I decided to do a live video for this announcement. Well, it's my first live video out of the group and I'm just not really sure what I'm doing. So, I don't really know where am I looking? What am I commenting? Okay. Anyway, so before I did the big announcement about the free book and who's getting it and what it is and why, I thought I would just take a second to talk about like how excited I am about this group. I am a regular reader. I just love paranormal romance. I love urban fantasy. I love romance fantasy. I read all the time. I can't tell you how many books I've read since Christmas. It's just crazy. And, I had this little Facebook group that was just 15 people that I knew for the past 2 years. And the whole purpose of it was just recommending books and, let's talk about things that we love. And it kind of became a one woman show because I'm the one that reads like lots. I love you guys, but out of my 15 friends. 6 months ago, I guess I got really active on Facebook groups and I was commenting all the time. I was talking about, oh, you should, if you like this book, you should go read the Fever series by Karen M. Moning, or you should read Afterlife by Stephanie Hudson, or Cupidity by Raven Kennedy, or Have You Tried Akatar? And so I would keep recommending these books, and it just occurred to me, I have like 70 posts of 70 series. I mean, that's a lot of books, like 70 times. Some of these are like 10, 13 books a piece, that I could open up this group and let people see them, So that's what this started as, right? Like I was like, okay, beginning of August, I'm going to open up this group and, maybe I'll get like 15 people in it, like 15 more people in it. And, and we can talk books. That's great, right? And so at first I mentioned to Angela Hudson, she's a friend of mine now. We met through her Facebook group, and I mentioned it to her and she's like, yeah, you can post in my group, that's fine. And so 30 people come over and I'm like, wow, that's really cool, this is awesome. And these are people that I've gotten to know like the past 6 months, so I'm like, yeah, this is great. And then I thought, what the hell, I'll send a message to Stephanie Hudson. I mean, she probably won't see it, but you never know. And she responds like within 2 hours and says, oh, you can go post in my group. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So like we got like 200 people from Stephanie Hudson's group. And then I was like, well, I'm on a roll, so let me reach out to, Sloan Murphy gets in the group. Like I didn't even reach out to her. I see her name in there and I've seen her, like, people talk about her all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I start messaging Sloan Murphy. And then KJ Sutton, I start talking to her, and then poor Amelia Hutchins, I keep, commenting on posts of hers and sending her messages, and man, I was after Raven Kennedy for a long time, and then she finally comes, and it's just like, you guys get the idea, right? It's just like, it's blown up, and it turned from this, hey, this is just a great place to, recommend some books, to kind of a bigger statement, a bigger mission, a bigger purpose, because I'm on all these Facebook groups, and there's not really one that is, in my idea of perfect. Like, they're either really pro author and they do lots of promotions, and then you don't really hear what the readers have to say, or it's the other way around. Like the readers are going crazy about all these books, and then the authors don't have a lot of a voice. I mean, I've been even in a group where just by me being passionate, I got kicked out, right? Because I'm like, oh, you should go read, this book by this author, and why? And they thought I was promoting it, and I'm like, I'm not promoting it. I'm just a reader. I just love it, people, So, anyways, it's been exciting and it's been fun. I never thought it would get this big. Anyways, okay, you're here for the message, the announcement. And so I started looking at, Facebook is pretty cool in a way. It tells us how active people are in groups. And so it tells me like the top 10 most active people, the people that are posting all the time or commenting all the time, or liking things or whatever. And so we can see that. And so I can see who's been, busybody in the group, which has been great. And so I got this idea. I was like, let's do this this once a month we'll say, okay, for the month of August, this is the top 10 people. And I don't want to embarrass anyone, but I kind of just thought, I'm gonna give out some kudos. This is exciting, right? And I started thinking about it, and poor Patricia and Maria get messages from me to like 2 a.m. Like we're just, we're funny. But so I start thinking about, how cool would it be to give a gift to this person? And then I started thinking, well, what can I give them? Like, it's kind of weird if I just buy them a book or something. So I thought, I have all these really great authors in the group, right? Like, some more well-known, some less known. But wouldn't it be cool to see, maybe kind of get an author involved in this? And if they want to give away a free book, then it's kind of a win-win situation, right? Because, the person who's really active gets a free book, but then the author, for a month, I'll leave the post up in the announcement so they can say, hey, these are the most active people. And then this is the author. Thank you so much for donating the book. And it's just like, that's, it's cool, right? Because it's just kind of a goodwill thing. And, who wanted to be involved in this and kind of, and then also the person who's the most active may try a new book, So I started thinking about it, and I started talking to author, Carly Spade. And she loved the idea, and she was like, oh, I'll be the first person. And I just couldn't believe it. This is so cool. So Carly Spade has offered to give the most active member in this group her book called Hades. And it's about Hades, but it's a spin on him. He takes a vacation from hell and comes to Earth and meets a mortal woman. And it's steamy, and it's romance and paranormal romance, and it's supposed to be great. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I'm planning on it. And so anyways, that's the free book. So who gets it? It is